Coming up on Falcon Fever.
The men's soccer team faced off against Francis Marion in the first round of the PBC tournament. We'll show you how the guys fared.
It was the last game of the season for the women's soccer team. See if they could end on a good note.
And the volleyball team is eyeing the postseason, but their dreams took a hit over the weekend. We'll tell you how. Falcon Fever starts now.
Welcome in, everyone. This is Falcon Fever, your source for all Montevallo sports. I am RJ Severtsgaard.
And I'm Coleman Sears. We start things off with soccer, where the women are done, while the guys are marching on to the postseason. After a 4-0 win over Georgia Southwestern to close out the regular season, they were able to host the first round of the PBC tournament. The Falcons faced off against the Patriots of Francis Marion last night for their first match in the PBC tourney. To Varsity Field we go. Here, a Montevallo player tries to cross the ball in and find a man open, but the Patriots defender punches it out. And another shot on goal is wide. It was a cold night last night for the Falcons. Frano takes it off the chest here, passes it up to Alex Morton with a little fancy footwork here, gets past two defenders and slips one past the goalie. The Falcons did really well last night, and Coach Hassler had a lot of good things to say about his team last night and their performance.
Hey, I'm Casey Beasley here with Coach Ken Hassler. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
You got beat by the same team earlier in the season 2-0. Tonight you got to return the favor. What was it like when you were out there?
It was a lot more fun the second time around. I thought the guys did a great job. We executed our game plan. They played with intensity. They played with heart. And you saw how good we can be.
Your offense had several scoring opportunities in the first half. What did you do to turn things around during the second half to take advantage of some of these?
Well, we pushed another player forward and really tried to put pressure on their backs. And the guys were fantastic and found the runners and allowed us to exploit some weaknesses. Yeah.
You have another game coming up. What are you going to do? Are you going to make any improvements coming up?
I'd like to think we put some more balls in the back of the net. Other than that, I like how we're playing. The guys are hungry and really playing well together. So I'm excited about this next matchup.
Congratulations on the win. Thank
you. Thanks.
Gary?
Yeah, it was great. Like, we started off strong. We just looked like the better team. We were at them from the start. We couldn't get a ball into the back of the net early on, but we kept our heads, went to a 4-4-2 second half, and we just took over the game.
Tyson, what was it like after y'all scored that first goal? What was it like for the team?
I always felt confident that we win the game. But obviously we need to score to win the game. So when we got that first goal, I felt even more confident that we'd go on and get another and get the victory.
Phil, as a senior out there, what was it like for your team playing tonight?
Yeah, it was nice. Obviously being a senior day for me and Tyson was a big deal, but the boys did really well. I thought, like the boys have said, we were a better team all the way, but we just needed to go. So it was nice to get the win. We're going to the semi-final now.
Well, congratulations on the win, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Final Montevallo 2, Francis Marion zip. With this win, the Falcons head to the regional semifinals in Evans, Georgia, where they will take on the 6th-seeded UNC Pembroke.
The women's soccer team has finished their season. With 2 matches left, the Falcons look to finish on a high note. First on the road against Columbus State. Starting the first half with a hat trick from Columbus State's Kiana Nicholson, things weren't looking good for our Falcons. This season's superstar, Christine Prince, put in a good effort with 2 of 3 shots on goal, but she just couldn't seem to dial in. The Falcons fell 4-0 in the end. This loss, along with Georgia College's win over USC Aiken, officially put an end to UM's postseason dreams. Now, at the end of the road, the squad was looking for a win against Georgia Southwestern to close it out. Extra time was needed to finish the season, and the Falcons used it to triumph over the Hurricanes. Christine Prince fired one in the net with just 75 seconds left in double overtime to grab the season-ending win. The goal marked the second time in 4 games that Prince ended with an overtime winner. Camilla Aldrin scored first for the Falcons in the 18th minute, a goal that tied the game. closed the season out strong by outshooting the Hurricanes 17-8 on the afternoon. Well, Coleman, that was all she wrote for the women's soccer team and their season. I must say, it was a pleasure from all of us here at Falcon Fever going out and covering you ladies this year.
Absolutely, and let's put a bow on the women's 2011 soccer season. Christine Prince led the Falcons this season in scoring with 8 goals. Sophomore Taylor Kerr also had a productive year, scoring 2 goals and assisting 4 others.
Montevallo finished with an overall record of 6-11-1 and a 3-6-1 record in Peach Belt Conference play. Unfortunately, it was sayonara for seniors Kristen Rosado, Michaela Murch, and Denise Mannion. Best of luck to you ladies in everything you do from our crew here at Falcon Fever. Welcome to the hardwood floor now. The volleyball season is winding down.
The women had 2 road games as they tried to improve their conference record against the best the Peach Belt had to offer. The women didn't find the road very easy as they traveled to Savannah, Georgia to face undefeated Armstrong Atlantic. Maniati led the Falcons with 14 kills. Michelle Walker also contributed with a volleyball double-double, 12 kills and 11 digs, and Anna Garrison dished out 33 assists. The Falcons fought hard but fell to Armstrong Atlantic 3-0.
The team then traveled down to St. Augustine, Florida to take on Flagler College last Saturday. The Falcons struggled somewhat offensively after the long bus ride. Maniati once again led the Falcons with 13 kills, and Michelle Carl added 7 herself. Senior Anna Garrison had another decent night with 30 assists, and despite the Falcons' efforts, they took home the second loss of the weekend, getting swept 3-0. Well, Coleman, the last time we met, the volleyball team was on a 4-0 win streak, sweeping their last 4 opponents. And now it just seems they've turned completely the opposite way, and they've lost the last 2-3 games.
Yeah, well, if you look back at their season, it was like that all season. They started out with a couple wins and they get a couple losses. It's really a roller coaster season. They just got to find some consistency because we see they have the athletes. Maniati, Michelle Walker is coming in freshman, Michelle Carl, and Anna Garrison. It's just about consistency.
And we hope you ladies can find that consistency.
Now on to a new segment we'll be featuring throughout the year. Time for our Falcon Spotlight.
Our Fever Spotlight this week is on senior soccer player Phil Jackson. Coleman, I got a chance last week after Phil's last regular season game up there on varsity field to talk about his last 4 years here at UM. Let's take a look.
Yeah, obviously the first year was pretty hard with it being a redshirt year. I was able to train so it wasn't as bad, like it wasn't just like I was sat about, but still hard coming out here, watching all the games, and I was just when my first year came, I just couldn't wait to be a part of it, like playing on a nice field with some good players. It's always been an honour. So. Well, I've looked into a few things. I've looked into carry on playing, possibly over here. I might go to a combine, I don't know, but I've looked into going to Australia to play maybe, or if not, if I go back home and look for a job back there, then football's always going to be, soccer's always going to be a part of my life, so I'll still carry on playing, but it's been a pleasure playing here, I've loved it every minute.
Jackson has started in 17 games this season and has scored 5 goals, with 3 of those being game winners. For his career, he has scored 16 goals here at UM. Phil redshirted his freshman year and then gave the Falcons another 3 big years.
Well, the fall season is almost over, and that means there is still some Falcon sports to be played.
Here's a look at the upcoming Montevallo matches. This Friday, men's soccer continues on their run to the title, taking on 6th-ranked UNC Pembroke in the semifinals located in Evans, Georgia.
Also this Friday, the volleyball team travels to Francis Marion, and then Saturday they will travel to UNC Pembroke.
The cross-country teams will be in action Saturday, participating in the Southeast Regional Championships.
Well, you want more Falcon Fever?
I do.
Well, RJ, we have plenty of ways for you to connect online.
That's right. Just log on to our YouTube channel to watch past Falcon Fever episodes and to see full interviews by simply searching Montevallo for you. Now, Coleman, if you are a Facebooker or a tweeter, you can follow us at Falcon Fever.
If you do tweet or leave a comment, it may be featured on next week's show.
So you better watch what you say.
And for extended coverage of Falcon sports, go to www.montevallofalcons.com. Well, that's all we've got for you this week. Tune in next week for more Falcon coverage.
And from a man's Coleman Sears, I am RJ Severtsgaard, and we're gone.